Joining me now is Arthur Dong, professor at Georgetown University's McDonough School of Business here in Washington. He also provides strategic advice to American and local firms operating in China. So, Arthur, I want to get your reaction first to Huawei's sales numbers from last year. Is this proof that it's not hurt by U.S. pressure?
Yeah, the numbers that were released today, $100 billion of top-line revenue, it's a totally remarkable number. It took the markets by surprise because given the cloud that this company has been existing under, it certainly is a rebuke to the negative sentiment that's been aimed at this company, and certainly a suggestion that other parts of the world and other countries around the world certainly don't share the same concerns that the United States shares with regard to Huawei.
And adding to that, do you think it's enough to reassure some of those other countries who maybe were on the fence, contemplating doing business with Huawei and its 5G plans? I mean, how are they looking at this?
Yeah, certainly. I think for Huawei, they certainly are feeling more confident by virtue of the fact that many of their core customers have not abandoned Huawei, and at the same time signaling to other nations that are sort of straddling the fence that their concerns might be, in a sense, overblown.
Is it too soon? I mean, could we see maybe some change down the road?
I don't believe in the United States there's going to be much in the way of change. I still think with regard to the U.S. policy regarding this company, they're still going to have a lot of challenges in terms of getting into the U.S. telecom market. But the world's a very big place, and I think there are plenty of opportunities around the world for Huawei.
You and I have talked a lot about what has been happening with Huawei, its legal challenges, and how that could relate to what's happening in regards to U.S.-China trade talks. Could this new information have any impact on what's happening?
I certainly wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the things that are being discussed behind the scenes, perhaps in an informal manner, with regard to the particular situation surrounding Ms. Meng and Huawei. And I wouldn't be surprised that at some point, maybe President Trump might offer a pardon here in other words, to sweeten the deal that is being currently discussed.
Speaking of discussions, talks wrapped up in Beijing, these trade negotiations back here to Washington next week. We're hearing progress, which we've heard over several weeks now, and constructive progress. What do you make of where things stand right now and what we can expect to see next week?
Yeah, I think you could be very hopeful, reservedly optimistic about what's been proceeding for the last few weeks. And, the negotiating team now is in Beijing, and it seems like they are inching towards a negotiated settlement. Right now, from what we understand, they're actually talking about the words and phrases that are being used in a negotiating document, meaning that they want to gain clarity in terms of whatever phrases and words are used, that none of these words in Chinese are lost in translation. So they're getting down to the detail sort of level, which indicates that they're getting close.
And at this point, really, there's been no more talk of a time frame or a summit where we thought, a month ago we would see some sort of President Trump, President Xi summit in Mar-a-Lago. We're still not really sure if and when that could happen.
Yeah, I don't think anybody outside of the President Xi's office or President Trump's office can assert exactly what the timeline is going to be. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But we have seen many positive developments over the past week, including, as was announced yesterday, that China is willing to open up its cloud computing business in China and allow companies like IBM and Amazon to set up cloud facilities in China. And that's a major breakthrough because they've been asking for this for a long time.
How significant is that?
It's a very significant event because China is not only saying that we're going to allow companies like Amazon to set up their web services in China, but also provide them the protection of that data. In other words, non-governmental interference with regard to what is captured in their data centers.
Arthur Dong, great to hear from you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Elaine.